Saturday, July 6th. Well, it's that time of the year again. Purge night is coming and everyone seems pretty excited. Before anyone would. The one night you are allowed to do anything you want. It started a couple years ago when the country voted the new founding fathers into the office. They claimed that the purge is meant to purge ourselves of our greatest evils. I can sort of see the thought process, but I don't think giant raves and middle schoolers buying a bunch of vapes fall under the greatest evils. Still, I'm not complaining. Purge night seems like the one time my family seems to enjoy anything as a group. Last year, Roderick and his band played at the annual Purgeview Festival. Sure, while their music still blows and the rest of the town seems to really enjoy it, even mom and dad ended up finding ways to enjoy Purge night of all things. Mom became one of the organizers of the Purgeview Festival and was put in charge of advertising due to her job at the Daily Trumpet. Dad took longer to accept the idea of the purge, but after finding out someone was stealing actual muskets from the Civil War, he was completely sold. I'm not going to lie, it feels weird that Dad was willing to buy something that was probably stolen, but hey, that's purge night for you. Honestly, I'm more concerned Dad won't ever shut up about buying that darn thing. I'm telling you, Greg, this was a great investment. Of course, there are still a lot of people who aren't too fond of the purge. I know Patty Farrell started an anti-purge club at our school, but not really joined, apart from Rowdy, of course. That kid is just way too nice to do any sort of crime. I can only imagine what those two talk about. So, have you ever listened to Joshi? No, I haven't, Rowley. As for me, I don't really feel any kind of way towards the purge. Sure, it was fun at first to do whatever I wanted with no consequences, but once everyone started to purge, it got lame, so I don't go out anymore. Fortunately, that means I'm stuck babysitting Manny all night. You'd think all I would have to do is just put him to bed, but nope, nothing's ever that easy. Bobby, I clogged the toilet again. Just ready to get that whole night over with. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to invite Riley and Holly over Tang out once Manny goes to bed. Well, that's all I have to say for now. Dinner's ready. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll have much to write about in the next few days. I'll just have to wait for something interesting to happen, I guess. Sunday, July 7th. So, I got a message from Riley today. I thought it was going to be another rant about how the purge is only meant for bad people to do bad things, but no, it was something else. Zoe Mama 25. Greg, you have to see this. It was a video of a group of trucks going around town. Nobody seemed to recognize them, and they had license plates from entirely different states. I gotta admit, this feels off. The town doesn't really have any major attractions that would bring in this many people aside from maybe the Purgeview Festival. Even then, tickets to the festival ran out 5 days ago, so that can't be it. Something strange is happening, and to be honest, it's making me nervous. Me and Riley decided to start a group call to talk about what exactly we just saw. After a while, Holly also joined in. She told us that she just got off the phone with Patty and apparently all the trucks ended up parking in completely random locations. This is starting to freak me out. This year's Purgeview Festival has already hit max capacity. If these weirdos attack the people who are going to attend the Purgeview Festival, murders during the purge were not unheard of, but still, there wouldn't be that many in one town, right? What's so special about Plainview anyways? We ended up talking for a couple of hours until they had to leave. Not going to lie, it was nice to hear from them again. Now that the call's over, I should really try to talk to the rest of my family. It's going to be hard, but I have to at least try to get them to stay home. I owe them that at the very least. Alright, so I just spoke to them, and they must have worms in their brains because they still want to go. Apparently Roderick said that Loaded Diaper invested a lot in this year's festival to just bail out. You think mom and dad would be able to convince him to stay, but nope. Apparently they aren't scared of those guys either because dad owns a gun now. Your father's simply built different, Gregory. I'm still speechless as I write this. I went online to see what everyone is saying online in an attempt to convince them to just stay. And what I found just made my stomach drop. Purge night is still safe, everyone. It was the mayor. She was talking about the recent influx of trucks that arrived in town and how they're just a bunch of anti-purgers who want to run a night of fun for Plainview. What's worse was the amount of people who agreed with her. Someone in the comments criticized the mayor, and there were so many people who ended up trashing them. They even called them some really bad stuff that I can't put in here if I want these channels to be published. This is bad. No one's taking this seriously, and those trucks still have no explanation. What the heck am I supposed to do? Even if those trucks don't have anything in them, something is going down. Going to try to look up some more info on the trucks. 5G is turning people into zombies on Purge night. Albert Sandy. Jeez Louise. All I managed to find were some stories about a series of murders that occurred on Staten Island, and that's about it. Sure there are more people discussing it, but most of it was just a bunch of conspiracy theory mumbo jumbo. Like it was any sort of convincing the others to stay home. Who knows what will happen? Maybe I'm just being paranoid about this whole thing. I guess I'll see tomorrow. Monday, July 8th. It's here. Purge night is going to start in a couple of hours, and everyone still wants to head out. I haven't been able to keep my mind off those trucks. I can't even play Twisted Wizard 6 without getting distracted. I'm not even sure writing this thing is helping me at all. Every time I look back at what I wrote, I just get more and more nervous. Riley and Holly haven't answered any of my texts. They must be preparing themselves for the night. Crude. Am I prepared? We don't own any guns aside from Dad's stupid old musket. We do have a baseball bat, but that's about it. I still have a few hours left, so I should secure the house as best as I can before it begins. After I'm done, all I have to do is just sit on the couch, keep an eye on Manny, and hope that nothing goes wrong. That shouldn't be too hard, right? 6:58. Roderick, Mom, and Dad just left about an hour ago. I've done everything I could do to secure the house, I think. Now all I do is just wait and see what happens. It's starting. This is not a test. This is the emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the US government. Weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been given immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and nation reborn. May God be with you all.